Greetings everyone, it's IT2, and I have another book haul that I should not have. I think I'm done till after Christmas now. So, the library had a big book sale today. So I just got back. I had to get up at 9 in the morning, it's now 9:36. So it's only taking like 25 minutes. I also went to a thrift store the other day, which I shouldn't have done, but I got a few things. So, got the Green Mile. It was up there, 50 cents. Good deal. I got this one was like $4. Lacey's Story hardcover. I mean, that's a great deal on a Stephen King hardcover, right? Had to get that. I got the Bourne Legacy, Robert Ludlum. This was like $1, $2 maybe. I don't remember. This one is part of a series that might be. I think it's about zombies. It's got sprayed edges. This is my first book that's got spray painted edges. Charlie Higson, The Hunted. I think it is about the undead roaming the streets. Never heard of it, but it looks pretty cool. And then I got another hardcover Dean Koontz, Fear Nothing. You may notice I have another shelf that I've been reorganizing my shelves. We got sci-fi over here now, fantasy, and then Stephen King horror, thriller, mystery on the right. False memory. Yeah, I don't have Fear Nothing. That's good. It's real good. So that's all I got at the thrift store the other day. Now, this library sale. I did not expect there to be anybody at 9 a.m. going to the library for a book sale. There was a lot of people there. There's people that had those carts that you take the Lowe's that you carry, like a little truck cart that you can stack books in. People had book bags. They had baskets. I'm like, holy shit, what have I gotten myself into here? But it was Vietnam vets and like older women and stuff. They didn't really. So you go in. There's fiction on the right. And then there's like DVDs and stuff. A lot of people went for the DVDs. I'm like, you fucking idiots. So I went to the fiction first. There wasn't really anything in there. And then I noticed there's a rack of sci-fi. That's where I got all my shit, pretty much, out of this sci-fi rack. Then there was like some young adult kind of stuff, some teen fiction, and some religious shit. Then you go into this other room, there's a whole like rows of fiction. But it's not anything you've ever heard of. It's like old library books. And then you get to the back. That's where all the pros went first. I didn't know about this. These are all like the popular authors, like your Scott Turows and your Jeffrey Deavers and your Michael Connollys and your Clive Cusslers. And they had a box I saw that was like Vince Flynn or Neil Flynn, and then Stephen King and Dean Koontz, and then something else. And Robert Cook was one. But like, I guess the woman that was like crowding the Stephen King box must have got any Stephen Kings they had, because it's probably something I already had anyway, so I probably didn't lose out anything. But the sci-fi. Well, I got this interview with a vampire, first of all. I needed to read this because it's the only one I haven't read. It's 50 cents. These are all 50 cents. And a lot of them are like antiques. They had this collector that came in and dropped off a bunch of books. So a lot of these are in bags. Right? So let's just go through. A lot of them are real small, too. Like back in the 60s, they had a bunch of sci-fi books that came out by Ace and Dahl. And I don't know what the deal is, but a guy on YouTube collects the Dahl ones. I saw 2 Dahls, so I bought both of those. We got The Colony by Ben Bova. Ben Bova's like a guy that Brian D. Durfee talks about, so I'm looking for some Ben Bova to experiment with. Ben Bova and A.J. Austin, To Save the Sun. This looks a little bit newer. Yeah, this looks like brand new. This hasn't even been read, I don't think. A lot of these are Tor. Tor published a bunch of sci-fi. I've heard of this one. Larry Niven and Jerry Pournelle, The Moat in God's Eye. A little bit worse for wear, but I just want to read it. Let's see, I think there's... Yeah. Frank Herbert. You got your Dune Messiah and your Children of Dune. And then you got your Dosabi Experiment. Nice little triplet there. These are all like good condition. Kept in bags. You got Jack Vance. He's like a real popular sci-fi guy. Ekchi and the Old Earth. Hugo and Nebula award-winning author. Isaac Asimov Foundation. Pretty much basic sci-fi you gotta read. I don't have it. Now I do. Oh, look at this one. Robin Hobb, Mad Ship. This is the first one. Author of Ship of Magic. Ah, shit. This is gonna be the middle one, isn't it? Book 1 in the Lives of Traders. Oh. Wait, Ship of Magic. Which one is this? I'm probably gonna buy all these Robin Hobb books in the UK covers next year. But this is like the second one I've got in the American covers. I've got one of the Assassin books. Michael Crichton, The Sphere. Never heard of that one, so that'll go in my Michael Crichton collection, which is up there on the top right. Next to my paperback Stephen King's, and then I got my Michael Crichton, and I got my hardcover Stephen King's. Hardcover Dean Koontz. Bit of little shit over there. I found a bunch of Robert Heinlein, my favorite sci-fi author. What have we got? It's all Heinlein. We got The Menace from Earth. We got The Green Hills of Earth. These are ones I've never heard of. And I'm a Heinlein fan. Space Cadet. They had 2 copies. I got one. The Day After Tomorrow. I may have read this. I don't think I have. If I did, I don't remember it being so thin. They're real short stories. Methuselah's Children. I may have read. I don't know. But these are like Signet. One of them is an Ace. Collectors in Plastic. And then I got the 2 Daw books. I got the Best from the Rest of the World. Oh, this is a collection from European science fiction. I just saw the doll thing. You get these yellow dolls and you gotta get them. Web of Sand by E.C. Tubb. And I don't know what the deal is with the doll books, but then you got Paul Anderson I've been wanting to read. Satan's World and Merkheim. I got a couple of those wrapped in plastic. And then at the very bottom, I found some fantasy finally. I didn't see any fantasy in the whole place. I spotted some Dragonlance novels. We've got Knights of the Crown. Roland Green. Okay. The Warriors, Volume 1. Never heard of it. Must have been published after I read my Dragonlance novels. Venus Solemnis. He's one of the big knights of the, whatever. The one that Sturm, what's his name? Legendary knight guy. Kindred Spirits. This one's got Tannis Half-Elf and Flint and Fire Forge on the front. I think I may have read this when I was younger. I don't remember. And then we've got Dark Heart. This is the story of, what's her name? Keithus? This is how they met. What's her name? Kitiara. Yeah. Never really liked her, but that's how they met. And then you got Red Magic. This is a Forgotten Realms. I think this is one of the Elminster stories. The Red Wizards. It may not be Elminster. And then you've got The Dark Well. So there's still a shitload of books up there. I just saw some like younger guys that came in as I was leaving, so they'll probably get all the rest of the good stuff. Look at this one. This one's been chewed on by a dog. I didn't realize that. It's Knights of the Crown. No, it's not that big a deal. All the words are still there. As long as there's words on it, we can read it. Now I've got to go back to bed because I've got to work tonight. So at least I got extra shelves for all these new books.